There can be only one, and apparently the one is Henry Cavill. We're talking Highlander on the Best Damn Nerd Show. Welcome back to the Best Damn Nerd Show. James Kincaid alongside Adam Zika, and we are going to be talking about Highlander. It is being rebooted against, my best wishes to Hollywood to just leave classic properties alone, but it seems like that they are intent on going forward with this Highlander reboot. And now the speculation online is that Henry Cavill has been tapped to play McLeod, the Highlander, in the reboot with the John Wick director. So Connor McLeod, Henry Cavill, the next Highlander. Adam Zika, I say to you, nerdgasm or no-gasm for that?
I'm down. I was saying to you before, I'm like in a Henry Cavill kick right now. I don't know why, but just put him in everything. Like I don't even, it's not even because I'm like, oh, Henry Cavill's an amazing actor. He seems like such a legitimately good person. And until that fades off, which I'm sure we'll find out, like he's a scumbag at some point, because there's no way like you can look like that and act like that. I'm just like, give him all the roles. I'm down to watch.
So somebody will come for his shine eventually. But yeah, I mean, we are definitely, Henry Cavill is definitely having a big time moment in Hollywood right now. He's one of the it people for sure. Like I said, I wish they would leave Highlander alone. In a perfect world, I don't think that there's just something special to me about the original with Christopher Lambert, Sean Connery, and Clancy Brown. You just leave it alone. You can't really. It's campy, but it's great. It's a classic. It's a cult classic, but it is. Were you a fan of the original?
I did like Highlander, the first one.
Yes, the other ones
they got progressively
yes.
progressively worse. There were a lot of them, and I don't think I saw all of them, but I at least saw the first couple.
Highlander 2, I believe, was so bad that they decanonized it when they did the rest of the
that
series.
Makes sense, because I definitely don't remember enjoying.
I think they went to like another planet or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. Like, the original is awesome. The cast is awesome. I slightly disagree with you on the reboot, because of all the things you could be rebooting, and this is knowing full well they're going to reboot stuff, right? Like, so you got to take your pick. I feel like I feel like it has been suitably enough time, and you could have a different like vibe to it. Like, that doesn't have to be the same sort of campiness, and I think it could sufficiently stand on its own. But I agree with you that like, if they try to just reboot it with the same like style, it won't work, because the original did that so well. That's at least my feeling on it.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I mean, it's going to be so interesting. It captured such an interesting vibe, did the original Highlander. I mean, you got the Queen soundtrack for it that is just, it's so incredible. It's we throw this word around a lot, but it is an iconic soundtrack. The Princes of the Universe and just Who Wants to Live Forever and all that stuff. I have no doubt that a reboot, they can do fancier action choreography and stuff like that, and the special effects will be better or whatever. But that's not really what matters to me, I guess. Like, I take a look at that movie where it existed in its own time, and I thoroughly enjoy that movie from start to finish. And I mean, I feel like they're taking this away from Christopher Lambert. They've already taken. You got a new Raiden now. We're gonna have a new Connor McLeod.
But can you really take anything away from Christopher Lambert? Like, there's no actor. You're never going to remember things the same way as you remember them with Christopher Lambert, right? So it doesn't matter if they recast him like a million times. Like, you're going to remember all the Christopher Lambert scenes because he's so freaking weird.
He certainly has had one of the more unique careers, for sure. Yeah. I have no doubt that, again, they can level up the special effects, the fight choreography. What I will say in terms of Henry Cavill being cast is that this is the best possible scenario we could get in 2021 for a recast. I mean, he's an A-lister. I do think he's a good actor. I think he seems to be the right look and fit for the role of Connor McLeod. So in that sense, this is encouraging news, because if the reboot is inevitable, then this is the best possible outcome we could have gotten. I wanted James Purefoy from Rome to be, the next McLeod if we had to do one. I think he bears sort of a resemblance and is just a great actor and, one of my sort of underrated favorites in terms of acting goes, but he's damn near 60 now. So I guess he's out of the running. But,
a little old for that character, I think.
It's a little old now, but I think if we have to do it, then Henry Cavill is, the best that we're going to get. The John Wick director is great to get attached to it as well. And, I think maybe it'll bring new eyes to the originals as well, and sort of some more love for Lambert and Connery and Clancy Brown and what they did in the original Highlander. There's going to be no topping that soundtrack, though. You can do the special effects, you can do all the fight choreography you want, but there is not going to be any beating that Queen soundtrack for the new Highlander movie. There's just not. You can't duplicate it. They'll probably get some.
Maybe they'll have Queen just put in the same soundtrack.
just use the same. They'll probably get some hack like Lizzo to do the soundtrack or something. That would be terrible. But I think Henry Cavill is certainly better than the Ryan Reynolds rumor, and I don't mind Ryan Reynolds. I like Ryan Reynolds, but he would be he would be absolutely terrible for this. So I will say Nerdgasm, if the reboot is inevitable, this is a Nerdgasm because there's nobody better in Hollywood right now. And there are honestly very few stars that are bigger right now than Henry Cavill. Between, being Superman and the Witcher, which I'm very excited for season 2 of The Witcher.
Yeah. And I think The Witcher also, like the gruffness that he brings, like there is what I think really sells me that he can pull this off. Like, I don't know if actually prior to seeing The Witcher, I would have thought, this would be a good role for him. But I think he does actually have a fair amount of range that we're starting to see. And I think we're going to see more. And hopefully, I think this is going to be a big, couple of years for him, depending on what happens. I'm still hoping he gets, I'd like to see him as Bond, to be honest. I know it's very, very unlikely to happen, but I'm down for that. I'd like to see him restore the Snyderverse. That's what I'd like to see. continue on as Superman, and everything like that. Who do we get to play Ramirez, Sean Connery's role in the movie? I was thinking about
Christopher Lambert, sort of the homage there. I know he'd already sort of done that passing the torch thing with from Connor to Duncan MacLeod in both the series and Highlander Endgame. But I don't even know what he's doing right now, what Christopher Lambert's doing. But it's obviously Sean Connery passing away. I don't think he would have been able to reprise the role anyway, or would want to. He was happily retired.
I also think it's been a while since he passed away kind of in, I don't want to say in obscurity, but he hadn't been doing stuff for a while. So I think he wouldn't have been able to do it.
He decided that after doing League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, there's no topping.
How can you?
So, but the Ramirez role is very important. And so they have to find somebody good for that.
That's going to be honestly a bigger risk, I think. As I'm hearing the Cavill part, I think casting that role is going to be super important, and they could go a bunch of different directions with it. And a concern I would have is that they'd go I feel like they do this with a lot of these sort of not secondary characters, but sort of the supporting role roles, is they go a really different route with it, because they're just we can mess with this. We can't mess with this thing, but this
we can subvert the expectations.
Yeah,
on this
we'll totally take it a different direction. And I'm hoping they don't do that, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. But Henry Cavill looking like he's going to be the Highlander. Thank you so much for watching this far, Nerdosphere. Be sure to like and subscribe. Get in on the conversation on Discord, bestdamnerdshow.com/Discord. Or if you're not too busy headhunting, check out our Patreon, bestdamnerdshow.com/Patreon. Appreciate all the support.